Our planet can be a mysterious place, and nature often surprises us with the unbelievable. Here, we bring you the 10 strangest places where water vanishes. Number 10. Lost Lake, Oregon. During the rainy season, Oregon's Lost Lake seems just like your average lake. But each summer, it mysteriously vanishes and turns into a meadow with no trace of water ever having been present. Studies have revealed that Oregon's volcanic landscape has the perfect condition for underground lava tubes to form. Lava hardens near the surface but continues flowing downward at the same time, causing the inner lava to escape before hardening. Water slowly drains from the lake through these tubes. When there's frequent rain, there's enough water to keep the lake filled, and the slow draining goes unnoticed. But when the rain stops falling, it becomes evident that water is draining into the abyss below. Nobody's quite sure where the water goes, but believe it filters through the ground and becomes groundwater that can be used for drinking, a process that takes 7 to 10 years. People often try to block the volcanic tubes with car parts or other strange items in order to preserve their beloved lake. But local wildlife experts warn that this could lead to local flooding and ecosystem damage. It's best to let nature take its own path. Number 9. Lake Cachit-2, Chile. Lake Cachit-2 in Chilean Patagonia is 2 square miles and dammed by the Colonia Glacier. Several times a year, this lake completely disappears overnight, which puzzled scientists for years. Recently, the mystery was finally revealed. The lake's disappearance is related to a rise in temperature. When temperatures rise, the glacier becomes weaker and small holes form. The water from Lake Cachit-2 flows through these holes and into the Baker River. 200 million cubic liters of water suddenly flowing into the river creates a powerful force. It travels all the way to the river's mouth at the Pacific Ocean, creating giant waves. Local communities are also greatly affected by flooding when the lake drains. Locals are getting better at predicting when the river will vanish and improving evacuation procedures. But in general, Patagonian glaciers are disappearing faster than any other place in the world, causing flooding from more than just Lake Cachit-2. Even worse, the flooding can lead to mud tsunamis, which cover entire villages, causing loss of life and property. The mystery may be solved, but can it be stopped? Number 8. Chandipur Beach, India. Chandipur Beach in eastern India is one of the most spectacular natural phenomena in the world. For visitors who go off the beaten path, this lesser-known beach offers a one-of-a-kind spectacle. During ebb tide, the period between the high tide and low tide, the ocean recedes up to 5 kilometers from the shore. This phenomenon happens twice a day and gives people the opportunity to literally walk out onto the sea. The timing changes daily depending on the cycle of the moon. Visitors are often nervous the high tide will come rushing back, taking them with it. But locals are familiar with the tides, going for strolls out in the uncovered ocean and even riding their bikes. Nobody is exactly sure why Chandipur Beach is affected so much by the tides, and it continues to be one of nature's greatest mysteries, leaving people in awe of its beauty. Perhaps not all mysteries need to be explained. Number 7. Greenland. Greenland has not just one, but many large lakes that frequently disappear during the summer months, often within a 24-hour time period and at the impressive rate of Niagara Falls. In 2006, North Lake, with the size of 2.2 square miles and nearly 12 billion gallons of water, suddenly disappeared within 2 hours. Because of Greenland's cold climate, the lakes contain a layer of ice in between the water and the bedrock. When something causes stress on this ice, giant fractures can form that reach all the way through the ice bed, allowing the water to drain. Satellite imaging has shown several images of Greenland's lakes disappearing from one day to the next. Water that turns to ice and makes its way to the coast, such as the vanishing lake water, forms outlet glaciers which break off, float into the ocean, and melt. Scientists are concerned that Greenland's draining lakes will contribute to rising sea levels and are studying them to try and forecast their impact. Number 6. Lake Beloy, Russia. In May of 2005, local fishermen in Vologda Oblast, Russia, began their day just like every other day, going to Lake Beloy to begin their day of work. Imagine their shock when in place of their abundant lake, they found a sad, muddy puddle. Lake Beloy had literally vanished overnight, leaving both scientists and locals baffled. The trees on the shoreline looked as if they'd been dragged down by the water. The lake drained at an unbelievably rapid pace. According to experts, the region's landscape is ideal for the formation of caves, but even with the lake drained, the cave has yet to be found, leaving scientists without an explanation. Some locals believe that aliens are to blame, others believe the Americans. Many locals claim that the lake is cursed by dark magic, insisting that a church suddenly disappeared in the same spot in the 1600s. The lake allegedly appeared when the feared Tsar Ivan the Terrible was in power, which resulted in many superstitions and beliefs about the lake's evil and dark energy. Number 5. Lake George, Australia. Australia's Lake George has a tendency to suddenly vanish, seemingly without reason. While it appears to be a normal lake, it's technically a depression that fills with water and has no connections to rivers or streams that lead to outlets. Scientists believe that the lake fills because the ground below is saturated with water. Even when the lake doesn't completely disappear, the water levels frequently change in an unpredictable way. Experts believe that Lake George's water levels are the result of rainfall and drought. Strangely, the lake's salt concentration is almost as high as the ocean's, making it the saltiest inland body of water in New South Wales. Although it's uncertain, scientists think the salt is the result of storms blowing water inland from the Pacific Ocean. There are several myths and legends surrounding this mysterious lake. It's said that when Lake George's water level decreases, a lake in New Zealand rises. There's also been rumors that the lake is connected to a lake in Peru or South Africa. Number 4. Scott Lake, Florida. The upscale community of Carol City, Florida, was dumbfounded when the community lake unexpectedly vanished within a week and a half. Many residents who'd purchased waterfront property in the exclusive and upscale Scott Lake neighborhood now had nothing but a giant mud puddle to look onto. In just 10 days, this 285-acre lake decreased to nothing. Turtles and fish were left exposed, attracting more birds to the area. 4 sinkholes were the reason for the disappearance. They started out small and increased drastically in size as the days passed. The sinkholes reportedly spread onto the residents' property as well. Number 3. Lake Waiau, Hawaii. Lake Waiau, located on the summit of Mauna Kea on Hawaii's Big Island, is the 3rd highest lake in the United States. Nobody is really sure why the lake exists. It's not connected to any lakes or rivers and is only a depression filled with water. Scientists believe its disappearance is related to a drought in the area. This lake holds a very significant meaning in Hawaiian culture and is believed to be related to the Hawaiian god Kane, considered the highest of the major Hawaiian deities and associated with procreation. The water from Lake Waiau has often been used in practices of healing and worship, making it extra tragic that it's now been reduced to the size of a puddle. Luckily, it's been making a comeback in recent years. Number 2. Antarctica. Antarctic bottom water is a cold, dense water that forms around some parts of Antarctica. When ice forms, it leaves salt behind in the water. This and the cold Antarctic air create dense, freezing cold water. Because of its density, it sinks to the bottom of the ocean, where it travels north and mixes with water all over our planet. Unsurprisingly, scientists have found that the temperature of Antarctic bottom water is increasing. But the strange thing is that it's also been disappearing at an alarming rate, and scientists still haven't found an explanation to explain why. In 2012, a study found that Antarctic bottom water was vanishing at a rate of 8 million metric tons per second and has been vanishing at this rate for decades. It's understood that it's related to climate change, but it's unclear exactly how and the effect it will have on the planet in years to come. Number 1. Devil's Kettle Falls, Minnesota. Along Lake Superior's North Shore in Minnesota, a mysterious waterfall exists, Devil's Kettle Falls. The waterfall splits in 2 directions. One side is just your average waterfall, but on the other side, water vanishes into a deep hole and appears to disappear forever. For years, the mystery of the disappearing water puzzled scientists and citizens alike, and they would put various items into the waterfall to see where they could possibly end up. It was suggested that the water was flowing into Lake Superior, but the items never showed up there. In 2017, hydrologists finally claimed to have discovered the mystery. The water from Devil's Kettle Falls reappears in the Brule River below. In order to solve the mystery, hydrologists compared the amount of water flowing above the falls to the amount of water flowing below. While scientists never were able to locate the items that they put in the falls, they say that it's likely because the river currents held the objects underwater until they later resurfaced downstream.
Hey guys, it's Angelo, producer of this channel. I wanted to let you all know I've set up a Patreon account where I'll be offering very exciting and very exclusive bonus footage available only to people on Patreon. There, your voice will be heard regarding things you want to see and which direction I take my channel. Click on the end screen here to find out more, or on the link in the description below. Thanks guys, and I hope to see you on Patreon soon.